Hello everybody. So today I wanted to talk about the next installment in my video on why knives, and that is going to be fidget factor. So some knives just inherently have something that makes you want to do this over and over and over again, and I think we call that fidget factor. It may be because of the way it feels in your hand, how easy it is to manipulate, how smooth it falls shut, but all together, all those things, the sound, all come together to make fidget factor. And this is different than, like, say, in a slip joint, in which, or a lockback where you have to pull it open, and it's not really designed to be played with and flipped around as much, although it can be. Or automatics that really only do the one thing. But this is a fidgety knife for sure. Some knives have less of a fidgety factor, and you really have to get them just right to get them to work, especially with any pressure on the lock plate. Other knives are kind of built for fidgeting with their locking mechanism being kind of designed. This is with the CME mod. Shout out to OCD for EDC. They're designed with designed anyway with fidgeting in mind. Sometimes it's an inadvertent effect of the unusual nature of how they're opened. I'll be having to name all of these here if we get to the end. Oh, that one's fidgety. It's an auto, and it's not something that you would kind of think to be fidgety because one-handed closing is hard. But this one closes so naturally with one hand, you can't even tell how I'm closing it. Of course, it's designed so you can't tell how I'm closing it, but you can't tell. Other knives with their opening mechanism may be more or less fidgety. Although with really fidgety knives, you gotta watch out. You might take your finger off. Drop shuttiness is a factor often. The weight and size of the knife might matter when you're fidgeting with it. Some people find this one, by the way, you can front flip if I get it right. There we go. One of my favorite knives. Many of these are my favorite knives, but the compression lock, of course, is a fascinating lock that allows you to fidget with the knife in a large number of ways. The opening mechanism allows you to fidget with the different knives in a large number of ways. You'll notice a preponderance of Spydercos here. The great 2021 fidget beast that Andrew Dimko has created in the form of the shark lock and all of its knives. It's just amazingly fun to play around with and fidgety. Benchmade has its share of fidgety locks. So this is the Benchmade Fact. In fact, let's run down all these guys. We have the Spyderco Sliver Axe. We have the Microtech UTX85. We have the ProTech Magic, the ProTech Malibu, the Spyderco Para 3, the Andrew Dimko, not Dimkin, sorry about that the other day, Andrew Dimko 8020.5. It was a speech impediment, not an intentional thing. And we have the Benchmade Fact. Now, the access lock on Benchmades kind of make them all like that, although the Fact, I've just noticed that just for me, the Fact works really good and is very fidgety for all types of opening, and it's big. I like it. Ball bearing lock is very similar to Benchmade's access lock, with the bar being a ball instead of a bar, blocking the movement of the blade. The Spyderco compression lock reverse button with the Spyderco Smock also is a very fidgety knife, being able to press the button and close it. And it's a lot of fun. That really is gonna kind of wrap up my discussion. So fidgety knives The action, the button, the mechanism, the activation, the closing, the smoothness, the quality of action, and the way it closes, all of these things seem to tie in together to make a knife fidgety. It fits in your hand is going to be an issue. And really, I just wanted to show off all my fidgety knives. So here you go. I hope you enjoyed watching these. I hope you enjoy a little bit of eye candy here. Some of these are harder than others to find and get a hold of them. Some of them are discontinued and very hard to find. Some of them you just kind of have to luck into if you're going to find them at all. Very fidgety. So to wrap this up, Fidget Factor is one of the many reasons why I collect knives. So why knives? Fidget Factor. This has been Patrick. Bye.